Hey friends, on today's episode, I have chair number 7. These are my Taylor Swift inspired chairs, and you are going to be seeing red. Stay tuned. When I was looking for the perfect chair frame for my red inspired chair by Taylor Swift, I really had a hard time finding one. And then this is what I landed on with a classic French chair. Now, when I went for the fabric, I was looking for a black and white striped sequins fabric, and all I could find was this amazing dress by Ralph Lauren. And I found it on Poshmark, and I paired it with a red glittery vinyl because I felt like that is going to symbolize red. I also found this red sequins patch, and I thought I'm going to have to use this somewhere on the chair. So I began with the front layer of the dress, and I laid it on the top very carefully because apparel fabric is very different than upholstery fabric. I didn't want to pull it too much because I knew that it would skew the stripes. So I had to be really careful. Plus, they're sequins, and I knew I was going to be cutting through the sequins. So it was a very tricky job trying to make the stripes straight. I ended up cutting around it and then deciding, instead of using welt cord, I decided probably the very best thing is to use the nail head. And so the decorative tacks is what I chose. I chose pewter. I felt like going more silver toned was better than gold because gold would have really stood out on these chairs. And I just needed it to blend in. So for the seat, I put on the red vinyl, and I really liked how this was going to look. And the good thing about this vinyl is it had a little bit of a give and a stretch to it, not too much, but it did give in certain ways. And so it made it really easy to cut. It was really easy to apply to the chair. And here you see me putting on the seat. And, I'm just putting in a few temporary staples in the front, and then I'm going to work on the back. And you can see how easy it went on. It got really smooth. It was no problem. So I really had no issue with this vinyl. Some vinyls can be very hard to work with, but this one was really great. So I really, the more and more I began to work with it and take a look at it with the sequins top, the more I decided that, yeah, this is really the right thing. And see, you see me here straightening up, trying to get it very smooth on one side, and I'm trying to do the same thing to the other. Just making sure that the placement is right and that it was going to look right on the corners whenever I tucked them in. And so as I started looking at it, I have all my temporary staples in. It was time for me to get ready to put on the decorative tacks or the nail head trim. And just piece by piece. And this takes a while to do, but as I went around, I began to cut the vinyl a little closer to the edge. And last, I've decided that this heart was going to go on the very back side of the chair. Now, if you notice, there's a seam going down the back of the chair, and that is the back of the dress. I didn't have enough front part of the dress to cover both the top and the back side. So I chose to put the seam down the back. I thought that's going to be the best thing, and put that heart right on top of it. And I added one more little detail, and it is a red scarf. And so if you know Taylor Swift's Taylor version of red, she has a song called All Too Well, and it is all about the red scarf being left at her ex-lover's house and how he keeps it in memory of her because he misses her and he misses those memories. So I just tied it around the back side to hang off. You can see how the heart really does break up the stripe on top, and then the scarf is just perfect. I could have draped it around the top. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to cover up the heart. And then you see on the legs, I did some stripes, a little bit of embellishment with red and black on the corner, just to give it a little added something so that it's not so plain on the legs. And I just really could not be happier with how this turned out. It was loads of fun to design. It took me a lot of time to design this chair because I think it's my favorite chair of all. And so that added a little bit of pressure to me. But here you see it in all. And I hope you love it as much as I do. Now, if you are interested in making your own Taylor Swift red inspired chair, I have a link below to my free download. As always, friends, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I've got 3 more Taylor Swift chairs to go before I go to the concert in July, and I cannot wait to reveal the next one to you. So let me know what you think of this one. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and I will see you next time. Bye.